My exams are finally over! I am so happy that that is all done now. So with my newfound freedom, I watched the Silver Linings Playbook movie and I really enjoyed it. Now it's been changed quite a bit from the book for dramatic potential obviously, but I still really loved it and I think that Jennifer Lawrence really deserves her award for it. She was just freaking amazing in this film. So the first difference from the book was that the relationship between Pat and his dad is a lot more talkative and a lot more caring, which was nice because obviously it's nice to have a bit of dialogue between those two characters, but at the same time the differentiation from the book was kind of shocking for me because I'd obviously read it before I saw the film. Pat's enthusiasm is made light-hearted and just really, I found it was really funny. I didn't think it was going to be funny, I thought it was going to be quite a somber film, but it was actually just, it was very comedic and very well-placed comedy as well as emotion. The ending of the book, when we find out what actually happened with Pat, is moved to the beginning for dramatic potential so that it can be referred to as a motif throughout, which I thought worked really well in the film, but it took away from the development that you get from reading the book, but I suppose that's just the adaptation. But I really liked the way that it developed in the book, but I wasn't disappointed. It didn't take away from the story. I really loved how the structure of the film reflected the nature of Pat's condition, obviously the bipolar, and the film would sort of pick up the pace with lots of cutting from one to the other, and then it would slow down, but it would do it very quickly and very efficiently. Yeah, that worked really well, and it was very surreal to watch, as well as the music, which complemented this with the rocky side of the music and the emotional side of the music. They did cut out the whole bit with Tiffany and the letter, which I was a little bit disappointed with because that was a very emotional point in the book. Pat finds out himself about Tiffany writing the letter, and I think that's a good twist, but I liked it more when Tiffany told him because that developed her character a bit more. I really liked the casting for this film, although some of the people weren't as I pictured them in the book. I really thought that they did very well to cast it so that the people actually resembled how the characters sounded in the book. I absolutely love Jennifer Lawrence in this film. I think she has done amazingly in her acting skills for this film. She was just, there was so much variety in her face, in her voice, and she was, you don't even think Hunger Games when you watch this film. It's just freaking amazing. Overall, I would probably rate this film like 4.5 stars out of 5. I was a little bit disappointed with the fact that the development was slightly hindered a bit, but honestly that's me being really pedantic, and I actually really loved the film, which I didn't think I would because some people said it was so different to the book, and I really loved the book. But as two separate things, the book and the movie are just great, and I would highly recommend both of them. So that was my review for the movie. If you want to see the review for the book, it's going to be somewhere up here, so click there if you want to see that, and I'll be back with more content because I now have oodles of free time. Woohoo! Plethora of content coming your way.